Like, fucking, come on, have fun, laugh, smile. And I was like,
You own a dispensary and you're gay? What else you got under your fucking sleeve?
Shoot a couple ropes of friendship across his butt cheeks.
that's literally the worst.
What the fuck are we even doing here?
What are we doing here, man? Finding God, getting chips.
That's Rocky here.
Rocky, don't stop it.
Rocky, don't stop it. What are we doing here, man?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to What Are We Doing Here? My name is Hunter Holt. Here's my guest, Ronnie Beck.
What up?
What is up? So, yeah, we've both been going through some shit, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Oh man, it's so nice to be able to laugh about it with you right now, man. Yeah.
We went through some shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the first episode kind of kicked us off, and we were a little bit on a bender.
A little bit.
You
Yeah,
know?
a little bit.
Yeah.
You caught us maybe a quarter of the way through. Maybe halfway. I don't know.
Yeah,
Halfway through a good solid bender.
it was a good week of like, fuck it, we're partying.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just some of the morals went out the window. Not all of them.
Exactly, not all of them, but
Yeah, some of
we're
them.
back now. We're
back.
on the road. We're getting back on the wagon, basically.
We are getting back on the wagon for sure. Most definitely.
Yeah. So
How you feeling today, man?
a little bit better. The shakes are still tough in the morning.
Mm.
So it's just one of those, like, it takes time.
Yeah,
But-
that's what I've heard, man. I've been reading like up on a lot of different like forums and stuff like that on just the process, because I've never been through that specific one personally. I've been through benzo withdrawal, which I hear is really similar.
Similar. And I was going through both the first time I went through it.
Jesus.
So, back in 2017 when I got hit by that drunk driver.
Mhm,
And then I got a DUI because I went into this liquor store to go get a bottle because I was like, well, I'm not driving home.
mhm.
I'm about to pound this bottle real quick. I'm pissed
So
off.
much bullshit. Yeah.
Yep. And I had forgot that I had called the police to tell them, like, hey, somebody hit my car. So
Yeah.
when the cop showed up, he immediately was like, yo, you smell like alcohol. Is this a DUI? And I was like, no, I just drank, dude. I swear to God. And he was
Right.
like, well, okay. Denver cop. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking let's take a sobriety test.
Of course.
And I was like, you know what? I told you I just drank, so I definitely will fail this, but I'll
Yeah.
take it anyways because I'm not trying to refuse it because I know that's an instant
Lose
year
your
revocation of your license. Yeah. I'm
No.
not trying to have that.
No.
So the part where they have you stand on one foot and tilt your head back,
Yes.
count to 30. I think they were like, which one is your strong foot? I was like, my right foot, I think.
Yeah.
He's
What
like,
a
"You
dumb
think?"
question.
Yeah, I was like,
My
I think
strong
right.
foot. Oh, I think about
Yeah.
that all the time, man. I got a real strong foot.
Yeah. So I get on my
Stupid.
right foot and I tilt my head back and I was like, 1, 2, and then I fell. And he was like, do you want to try again? I was like, no, that's just my bad foot. I forgot that my left foot's actually my right foot, my good foot. I gotta
Yeah.
try again.
Oh,
And I made it till about 4 on that one. And I was like, you know what? I've just had so many skateboard injuries. I just can't stand on one foot. I'm sorry. Like,
totally.
and he was
man.
like, oh, okay. You want to turn around and put your hands behind your back? It's like, fuck.
That moment is so surreal.
Hmm. Well, the lucky thing is I had a bunch of shit on me that night. Like I had a bag of Coke on me. I had a bag of DMT and some other shit that we were going to go party with this one girl, the person who hit me. I was literally following her to her apartment.
Way.
And she was driving without a license. She put the truck into reverse instead of forward at the stop sign. So she reversed into me, slammed into my car and totaled it, and then took off.
She took off.
Yeah,
Obviously, 'cause
that's
she's not
why.
licensed
Yeah,
and she's a fucking scumbag.
but we were gonna go party with her.
We're gonna go
and,
party, sure. Yeah.
luckily, my homegirl Melissa, shout out if you're listening. She was there and she's like, "Yo, give me everything you got and put it in my titties." And fucking, so she took the bag of Coke and DMT and everything and fucking
Dude.
locked up the car. And as I
That's
was
so
in the
gangster.
fucking cop car locked up, like I had my hands cuffed, she came over to the window and threw me my keys, which had like a little pill bottle on it, like the little like
Ooh.
pill holders. So I
Yeah.
had like 2 or 3 Xanax in there that I was like, fuck yes, dude.
No
Like,
way.
tonight's gonna be a good night.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. So
spending
I
the
had to
night
figure
in-
out how to like
Yeah.
get the keys while having my hand cuffed,
Uh-huh.
get those keys, unlock it, pull one out and like put one in my mouth, chew it up, get to the station. Cause I was like, I don't know if I should take the second one. I don't know if I'll just nod off right now,
Yeah.
It's not a good look. So
No.
as we're like in intake, they take about an hour, 2 hours just to process you and then
Oh,
give
yeah.
you the fucking actual breathalyzer test.
Okay.
And they kept being like, yeah, we want to give you a blood test. And I was like, I'm not taking a blood test. Sorry. I'll do the breathalyzer. I told you guys what happened. I'm the victim here. Fuck this other bitch. She's the one in trouble. Like,
Yeah.
so,
God.
yeah, they gave me the breathalyzer test. And then they put me in this holding cell and they gave me back like all my stuff, which had my keys and everything. And I was like, oh, no way. So I fucking pulled the keys out and I pulled the bar out and I just popped it in my mouth and like held it there for a while.
Yeah.
And then they were like, all right, we got to book you. You were over fucking point 8. So you're going to be spending the night. I was like, fuck. All right, whatever,
Yeah.
At least I got that Xan in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that when they get you down into processing and they take your picture and everything,
Yeah.
you know how that usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour.
Yep.
Not long. This particular night, their computer system had crashed. So like I literally got my picture taken and then they were like, all right, go wait to be go wait to be put into a pod. We'll let you know what pod you're going into.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and then an hour passes, 2 hours pass. And then by the time I look up, it's fucking 6 in the goddamn morning. And I'm like, what's going on, guys? They're like, yeah, we can't book anybody because the computers are down. So you're just going to have to chill.
Yeah.
So I'm just, sitting there watching Maury Povich with all these fucking other degenerates.
Of course. It's either like Maury Povich or Cops.
Yeah, no, I would have been down if it was Cops because I would have been like,
dude.
you guys see, this is exactly why you wear a shirt at all times.
Yeah.
If you take your shirt off in public, you're guaranteed you're going to go be on Cops. I'm sorry. That's the rule. Did you freeze up? Am I frozen on your end? You're frozen on my end.
Buddy, I lost you.
There we are. See, that's what the problem with the Zoom shit is. Technology sucks.
Yeah. It all fucking sucks, dude. I remember. Well, dude, I don't know. Have you explained that situation fully on the podcast yet?
Not yet. I think this is what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I just wanted to say my story because I think it's egregious, dude. Like the way that they treated you and the fact that you were even willing to show them, like, listen, come into the liquor store. You can talk to the guy.
I was the manager. I was like, dude, I could show you the video of me purchasing it after I had closed the store
and the timestamp and everything. Yeah. And they
didn't want to believe it.
What county?
No, it was Denver County. And it was on Colfax too. So it was just like, he's like, I've seen this before. I know what's going on.
Those cops think that they know everything, man.
But it was the one time that I'd ever been in the back of a fucking cop car and just not had any worries because I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking beat this case. Like, I've got this case beaten already. They didn't catch. First of all, they didn't catch me driving. I was the one that called them. I approached the officer to be like, hey, my car was hit by a drunk driver. That drunk driver then showed back up as I was getting arrested. So she got her ass arrested too because she was like, don't snitch on me. And I was like, bitch, I didn't say shit. Like, and that's why I got in a little trouble because I lied to the cop because I was like, oh, I don't know who did it. And then she showed up. And so the cop was like, oh, so you weren't telling the truth from the beginning. How can I believe you about this whole you drank afterwards thing?
Typical
and I was
cop
like,
shit.
Fuck, man. I should have just snitched on this bitch. I didn't know her. She's just fucking drunk.
Right. And you're a good dude. I remember one time I was in the back of my heroin dealer's car and there was her husband had gotten busted. And so I don't know how much you've experienced, like, I'm sure you have, but like copping in a car with a Mexican and a driver.
Yep.
And like, at this point, the driver was a white dude. And so he was facilitating all of this going on. And I remember this Mexican chick was taking over for her husband because he got locked up. Right. And she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. So first of all, she pulls me out my gram or whatever. And then as I'm about to get out of the car, I look over and there's a wad of cash about that.
You're like, this isn't good. This is gonna be bad.
I want
you there? Uh-oh.
I'm like, bitch, you don't even realize. Like, so he was like, man, you should have taken that shit, dude. Broken me off a little bit, dude. That would have been dope. But
like, what was I gonna do? The fucking cop is right there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Come on now.
Yeah.
What are we doing there?
Yeah, exactly. What are we doing here?
Dude, I've been trying to figure that one out, man. It's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've created this fucking society that has all these rules and stipulations about what you can and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
and most of them are set up just for like the ruling class to say, hey, obey us, do this, or else we'll put you in a bad spot.
Yeah, a bad spot.
Yeah, exactly. Either jail or fucking
Yeah.
tax debt, or
Yep.
take your home. It's all become control, and it's like
Uh-huh.
we don't actually need that, right? Like,
How is that rehabilitation? I love how they call it Department of Corrections. Like,
yes.
who are you correcting?
Well, at least
I
it's
mean,
not China, dude. Fucking, you go to
yeah.
that school of re-education. I don't know if you're coming out of there alive or not.
I think I've seen a documentary about that before. That shit looks brutal,
You
dude.
say anything wrong about the government, some people come knocking at your door at 1 a.m, like, hey, time to get re-educated.
Come with us. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You're fucked.
So at least we
Yeah.
have what we have.
At least we have that. And at least at the end of the day, you got off because you had a baller ass lawyer. And your pops is
I
a
went through
lawyer,
like 3
right?
different lawyers though. The first 2 lawyers were garbage.
Were
And I was
they?
like, all right, I need another lawyer. We
Yeah.
needed another 6 months added onto this because I need to find another fucking
A continuance or whatever.
yeah continuance. Just because what it started out as my uncle, and my uncle just at that time was not doing well.
Sure.
So then he handed me off to his buddy Skip, and Skip had just lost his fucking license for doing something scandalous. So like he
Sure.
couldn't
Sure.
continue on.
Sure.
And then I found because Skip had lost his license, he's like, I'm gonna hook you up with this dude named Joe St. Valtry or St. Valentine. And he's like one of the best fucking DUI attorneys in Denver.
Shout
And so
out.
yeah, shout out Joe. What's up? Thank you, buddy.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I met him and he did it for fucking very, very cheap. Like I think I paid him like $2,500.
Yeah, that's what I paid.
Friend and family.
Nice. Yeah, that
And
is really affordable. I
dude,
mean,
he got in there like a shark and just went after the fucking DA. It was like, listen, where's your proof? Did you
yeah.
pull him over? No.
Yep.
What's up? Do
Yep.
you have the body cams? Look at the body cams. He was
Yep.
never doing anything. He was cooperating the whole time. He was making jokes and laughing with you guys about how silly this was. What's going on?
Yeah.
And eventually when the like the court date came, I had brought my witness in, who was my the girl who was there.
She was
And-
willing to come in, even though.
Oh yeah, I flew her
good.
in from Vegas
Good for you.
just to have like that witness, and
Yeah.
she was a larger black female. So
Yeah.
like I had that whole side on me with
Sure.
the jury.
Sure.
So
Sure.
yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
like this.
We know
this
the
rich
kid
white boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
no, this kid actually was,
Yeah.
there in the community. So
Yeah, you're up in the community, dude. You get urban.
I get a little urban. I like it.
You're an
fun.
urban gentleman.
Well, plus working on Colfax at a liquor store, pretty awesome.
Oh, dude, tell me. Oh, yeah, for sure. So, anyways, yeah, no, I feel like you got so lucky on that. Obviously, dude, the cards were in your favor on that one. It took a long time though, and in
It
between,
was 2 years of pretrial probation and everything, and
probation and hell. I mean, like
yeah,
you
they
told
put
me
you
about
through
some of the
that.
stuff
They
you
make
went
you
through
it's
in
a spider
between
web.
getting arrested and getting acquitted, or
Yep.
the trial dismissed. And it
Well,
sounds like you just
they
went
put you
a
through the
fucking
spider web.
hell
They're
of a
like, all right, we're gonna let you do what you want to do,
emotionally,
but if you
physically,
fuck up,
mentally.
fuck. But the one thing that saved me was the fact that I had my medical card. And
yeah.
so when I went to the court and went to the judge and was like, listen, I have a medical reason to use marijuana. That's why I'm blowing hot on my UAs every time.
Sure.
And she was like, all right, that's fine, as long as you have a medical reason.
Sweet.
And then fucking from then on out, I just quit everything and smoked
weed.
a little weed every now and then. It was like the best
Sure.
3 years of my life. I actually went 2 years, had the trial, and then
Okay.
went an extra year just to prove to myself, like, oh, can I do it without
Yeah.
anything hanging over my head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I found once you get into the groove of it, like with sobriety especially, like that first 3 to 6 months is a real motherfucker, dude, because you're still
It's
trying
not
to.
fun because your brain's like reconnecting all those fucking neuro pathways that were
Yeah.
severed by all that serotonin rush and flooding of dopamine. And
And just like
Yeah.
that instant gratification. Every time something happens, your brain
Yeah.
wants to immediately go to that, which I know mine does, dude.
it's
And
that
it's just
impulse control.
impulse
believe me.
control. Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. Yeah, that was a fucking crazy time. And we weren't even talking during that time, man. I'm
No.
bummed. I wish that I would have been there to support you, man.
Ah,
But
I wasn't really talking to anybody at that time because I was just, out doing my thing in Denver.
sure.
And plus all the other people I was, dealing with, they were all fucking up. So I was just trying to stay away from all that and be a
Right.
good boy. Good boy, but I was being
Good
naughty at
boy.
times.
Yeah, sure.
A little naughty
whenever we
bee.
can get away with it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think probation officers know that shit too. But the most fucked
Oh.
up thing. What?
I was gonna say probation officers, but keep going.
Yeah. Oh, dude, probation. Yeah, because I remember the only time I've ever been on probation, it was for a DWAI, and I was like 21, 22, bullshit situation, and like most of them are. And
Always, yeah.
yeah, my probation officer, I sat down to meet with her for the first time, and she's like, the recidivism rate on this kind of charge. And I was like, no, I don't know
What's
what you're talking about.
recidivism?
It's like,
No,
uh,
I know.
yeah, right. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm so
What's
gullible, bro.
recidivism? I don't know.
Yeah, and she was like, "You're gonna be back here. You'll be back here sitting in my chair. It's just a matter of time,
Mhm.
dude." And I just wanted to like reach over the table, dude. I that's the most discouraging thing to hear when you're already in the system and
Yes.
blatantly they just want to keep
Yep.
you there.
Oh, I have a great story about that. So my whole like high school career, I was on probation for random things. Like I got my fucking first charge at 12 years old for assault with a deadly weapon.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Yeah.
But then 13, I got possession of paraphernalia. 14, I got my first DUI. Fucking 16, I
14?
got in. Yeah, 14. That's a fun story.
Whew, yeah. We'll talk
But
about that in a minute. Yeah.
yeah, 16, got another fucking charge of some kind of like, some family dispute. It was me and my dad fighting, and fucking cops got called.
Mhm.
But by that time, because I had been in and out of the system so many times, they decided to put me on JSIP, which is it's like the Juvenile Intensive Supervision Program. So you have an officer that will come to your classes and make sure you're actually going to your classes, and pull you out and make you take a UA in front of them at the school.
Like,
So
even
like,
if you don't look fucked up, it's just like totally like at
no,
the
this is
officer's
random shit. Yeah,
discretion.
yeah. Like literally,
What?
he'll just show up at your house randomly to test you to make sure everything is going right. So my officer happened to be the same guy who was the track coach at Fairview, Coach
Oh,
Maurice.
yep, customer. Yep, I remember him.
Yep. Which he was a fucking really cool guy, and he helped me out through like that first part of everything. Got me out of the system by the time I was 17. I was able to graduate on time. And then like 2 years later, I got caught for selling to an undercover cop. And I remember
Whoa.
walking
Oh,
back into the probation office in Boulder, looking over and seeing him, and him seeing me, and just fucking shaking his head. Like I said, "What up, Maurice?" And he just fucking shook his head and didn't say anything to me. And I was like, fuck, man, this does hurt. This sucks. All right, I'm not gonna
yeah.
fuck up anymore. Like,
It's the
that
most
sucks.
discouraging feeling. Yeah.
Mhm.
Me and my mom were talking about that today, how shame can be such a motivator, but it's
really
a
can.
fine line, man, because it can be so detrimental to your like growth, to your own
Yeah. Well, when you get in that shame spiral, like when you do something and you start fucking spiraling down, like, oh, fuck it, I'm a piece of shit. Might as well just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Who
I'm
cares?
already this far down the road.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
exactly. Might
sure.
as well keep pushing. Let's see how
Yeah.
deep we can go. How far
Yeah.
does this rabbit hole really go? And it goes pretty far down, it gets some
goes-
dark places.
Yeah, you go
I think
pretty
we
far
both know
down.
that.
Yeah, the dirt gets really cold down there.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's it's tough to climb your way back up, but
Yeah.
the only way to do it is just fucking try.
Yeah, and keep
My
going.
my first thought this morning when I woke up was, where's the fucking vodka? Where's my bottle of vodka that I usually, sip to fucking stop the shakes?
Yep.
I didn't have it this morning because I was like, I'm quitting today. Today is done, day one.
Fuck
And
yeah, brother.
yeah, I'm a little on edge. I'm a little twitchy today.
I'm sure, man.
Ugh.
I'm sure you are. Yeah. God. So tell me what the symptoms are, man. Like right now, what are you feeling?
Really nauseous. I got a headache. All I'm thinking about is just having one drink, skin kind of crawling, just those like muscle aches and pains that you get from heroin withdrawal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get those. A lot of back aches and leg pains.
Oh,
just
yeah.
I was throwing up at like 6 a.m. I just like could not stop throwing up bile just because I had nothing in my stomach. So it was just like my throat's all fucking torn up, and like yeah, it's just been a rough couple of hours.
Real solid symptoms, man. Those are oh man, that's enough to want to like just say fuck it, dude. And I'm so proud of you for not,
Well, I'm sitting here looking at something right now, and I'm like, I might take a shot just in case.
Hey, dude, you know what, dude? Nobody's judging, man.
Nobody's judging. All right, nobody's looking.
Nobody's judging. Nobody's looking, and it's about doing. You're a little bit better than you were yesterday, man.
Oh, much better.
Yeah,
well,
much better.
I don't know if I want to talk about this, but that whole thing that happened with me, just getting a lap full of drugs.
Yeah,
I was like,
oh, I was so bummed I wasn't there for that. Oh my god,
I'm still freaking out about it because I'm like, who does that? what kind of setup was this? You know,
I would be too. Yeah.
I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, dude, what are you trying? Are you trying to set me up with the DEA or the cartel? What? Why
Yeah.
would you drop that in my lap
Yeah.
as collateral?
Are you trying to off this on me and make it my problem?
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, dude, so I like hit everything and fucking. Luckily, he came and got a lot of the stuff back because I was like, yo, you need to take this back from me. I can't have this.
Yeah.
Like, because he literally gave me the white stuff. He gave me like 8 grams of it, and 3 days later, I was like, yeah, I got about a ball left. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is not good.
It
I
is. So
think
then
I've
what
been
would that be like? You did like 2 balls?
about
No,
5 grams. Yeah,
about 5. Yeah, like a ball and a teener.
about so.
Something like that. Yeah, whatever. It
In
doesn't
the
matter.
matter of
It's
2 days, yeah,
It's
just
that's
holed
enough.
up in my room, just like,
Yeah.
foil time. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do this.
Well,
And then
oh
fucking
yeah. Looking
just
out the
beat.
blinds. Did you get all
Not even looking out
paranoid?
the blinds. I was just, dude. I was like Quagmire from Family Guy when he
Yeah.
finds Tinder for the first time, just scrolling through trying to find the right goddamn porn site just so I could beat it off. Like, oh, my poor penis. It's mad at me right now. It's like, yo, dude, what did I do? Shit, are you there?
Yo, I just got you. Yep.
There we go.
All right, word. Yeah.
Internet connection.
And, connections.
Mm.
Fucking COVID, man.
COVID. I think
We got about
the date that they get their second vaccination.
word.
So
Dope.
but yeah, we could talk about that because I was not planning on releasing that Grant episode.
Yeah. We watched a little bit of that yesterday. That was
So did the boys. And they were like, when was Grant over here?
oh
It
no.
was right after I picked him up in November. Right. I had been in the car with him for a week.
Yeah.
Went and got my fucking tested negative. So I figured, he was okay. He didn't have it either. Brought him in the house for an hour. Just, snuck him in the house. That was enough for them to be like, dude, do you not remember us saying he's not allowed over here ever again
Oh no.
until he's sober? Not even until he was sober. They were just like, he's not allowed over here. We don't trust him.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm sure there's a way that if he were to get sober and prove himself, that
he would do
might
it.
be a little different, but it would just take.
Well, yeah, he's never been the guy to like steal stuff from your house. He's not
No.
that kind of drug addict.
He's just the dude that doesn't give a fuck about nodding out in front of you or acting like a total tweaker.
Yeah, he's lost all like social constructions of like, oh, this is how you act around people. He's just like, dude, I'm a fucking junkie.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Like,
Oh man.
yeah. And he's at that point where he's just like, dude, come on, death. I'm waiting for you. Just take me.
Yeah.
I keep telling him, man, you're not ready. You've got more time to live. You've got a story to tell and people want to hear it. You just need to get out of your own way. Right now, you're the person in your own way.
Dude, I've been saying that to myself the last couple of weeks. I had a realization, I think on Monday or something. I was talking to my counselor and like, we were going over some stuff and I kind of realized that like the biggest block, the biggest, kind of challenge in my life, pretty much for sure my entire adult life has always been me.
Yeah.
I just get in my own way, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can have the perfect situation and look for the way to fuck it up.
Yep. Exactly. And it's so weird how that goes, man. With I think, if there's any, addict, alcoholics, whatever listening right now, I think that's the pull, right? It's the compulsion and the obsession to use, and a lot of people just don't understand that.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it to do, this is all my theories, is that everybody just wants to feel accepted by the group, by society. You don't want to be the outsider.
Yep.
So when you do find those chemicals that make you feel comfortable and accepted by the group and socially aware of everything, you're like, oh yeah, I can do this. I'm not the weirdo.
Right.
That becomes like a go-to thing, so that when you do go out in those social situations, you're like, hey, let me get that beer, or let me have that smoke, or let me do that line. That way I can get into that mode.
Yep.
But then that quickly becomes, something that you're doing by yourself. And then, it's all
always for me. Yeah, that's exactly how it goes, dude. And it's not, I've found through meeting enough people like us that like there's a couple different approaches that people take. There's the approach where, you've been clean, you want to relapse, so you do relapse, and then you just go completely fucking apeshit, ruin your life within Days.
week. Yeah. Like
a
within a
week.
week, you're like, all
Within
right,
a
I'm
week.
back.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
back, baby.
I'm
Let's do
back.
this.
Yeah, your tolerance is all the way up. You're missing work. You're, thinking about stealing your loved one's shit, whatever. And then,
See, I never really stole anything except for when I was a kid and I had no money.
yeah,
I would steal like the video games that we had and go to GameStop and fucking
yeah.
that would be
I-
like. Oh, and then there was one year where I stole my mom's debit card and charged up $1,500 and just partied. Yeah, that was a fucking. That one almost got me into military school. Thank God they were all booked up. So, so I ended up going to a wilderness work camp for the summer while my parents went off to Hawaii. And then when they got back, they're like, "You're going to was it Alexander Dawson Private School?"
No shit.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that you went to Alexander Dawson.
I went there right. Hold on,
Oh, go ahead.
you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I went there the year before Travis and RJ went.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on.
So yeah, no, not cool. Had I would have gone there the year that Travis and RJ would have been there, we would have run that fucking school.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Because
would.
I ran it just as a freshman, walking around the halls slapping juniors in the face because there would be bitches and shit
Yeah,
and like getting in trouble.
Yeah, all the little
Dude.
pussy ass kids that go there are such bitches.
Well, and they were all clicked up because they had all gone to the school since like kindergarten with each other. So like
Sure.
everybody had their own little cliques, and like a lot of them were all very rich families. Like, well, what was his name? Jed, fucking, who was the mayor for a while? God, I can't remember his fucking name.
Hickenlooper?
Not Hickenlooper. He was actually, the kid was really cool, but his name was Jed, and he was kind of like the super popular jock kind of guy.
Cool.
And the year before I showed up, he had gotten in trouble for bringing alcohol to school. And I was like, word, that's it? That's all you got in trouble for? Like, you guys gonna come with me? I'm gonna go smoke weed in the bathroom. Come on.
Suck dick for weed?
Yeah, I'm suck dick for weed. Boo this man.
Seriously, dude.
So yeah, I went there and just caused a ruckus because I was, not only upset that I was not allowed to go to Fairview with all my friends, but I was stuck at this prep school where they were eyeing me constantly because they knew I was fucking around.
Yeah, they probably got the skinny on you. Hey, sorry to interrupt. Can you see me okay?
I can see you pretty fun.
Okay, should I get more lighting on me?
If you got a lighting, try it.
Oh,
There, right
cool.
there.
Right.
That's
Right
better.
there?
Right there.
All
Yeah.
right, perfect.
Perfect.
Word up.
Perfect the mundo.
Perfecto. So, all right,
Um,
keep going.
Yeah, fucking Dawson. So I ended up getting kicked out of there after a couple of new kids showed up. One was named Dexter and the other one was named fucking something or other. But Dexter showed up and he was a cokehead. And so I was finally like, what's
My
up?
people.
My people, what's up, man? So I remember one day we were bored on our free period. Yes, please. Sorry.
Pizza time.
Yeah, getting a pizza.
Word.
Yeah, one day we're fucking sitting there bored on a free period, and Dexter's like, yo, I really hate this one kid. I want to fuck up his car. Like, do you know any good ways? And I was, smart enough to be like, yeah, if you put sugar in their gas tank, it completely fucks up the engine. You know that, right?
Ooh.
He's like, don't say that because I have a pound of sugar in my locker right now.
Just so happens.
Yeah, I was like, why do you fucking have a pound of sugar? It's like, don't worry about it. But
don't worry about it. Yeah. Very strange.
So yeah, we ended up putting sugar in his gas tank. I wasn't even there. I just stood lookout. But because it was my idea, they called us in one by one and everybody fucking pointed the finger. And this was like my 5th or 6th time being in trouble. And they were just like, all right, dude, you're out. And it was like 4 weeks before the end of 9th grade. So luckily they let me carry out or finish off those grades, but they were all like B's and C's because I didn't finish the final tests and shit.
Of course.
Yeah.
What a fucking waste, dude.
Time warp to senior year in Stensrud when I got choked out, and him being like, oh, well, all these credits that you got from Quest Academy and Alexander Dawson, we can just put those and use those credits as the ones that you're missing from here, and we can get the fuck out of this school.
Yeah.
Are you down? And I was like, yes, dude, life works in mysterious ways and I love it.
That's amazing. It really does, man. Sometimes the weirdest shit works out.
Well, I mean, look at the fact that I got this dispensary.
Yeah.
We Willy Wonka that shit.
You
we literally Willy Wonka that shit.
The best
they were
way to
giving out
describe it.
3 raffle tickets and we won one of them.
Dude, I believe so heavily in karma, but I don't believe in luck. Man,
No, I
I
think
think
I
that
think things happen for a reason. I think you
yeah,
make your own luck. I
yep,
think coincidence, it occurs for a reason.
sure,
And it's
absolutely.
like whether you want to recognize it or not and take
Yeah,
advantage of it, that's up to you. But
exactly.
yeah, most people walk through life going, just passing it by, missing those opportunities to grab hold of it and be like, oh, this is what I actually want.
Right.
Yeah, when it's
Yeah.
right there in front of you, but you're too scared to like take it.
God, so much. Yeah. No, and it's funny how like the older you get, hindsight is such a real thing. I mean, you look
Hindsight's
back at some,
2020. Shit.
most definitely, homie. You look back
All,
on some of those situations where you're just like, man,
what
I
was
had a
I doing?
fork in the road right there and I should have gone the other way, but whatever.
I mean, I think about that shit all the time, and I still don't think I would change anything that I did because
Mhm.
everything that I did turned me into the person that I am today.
Totally. It's true. Yeah, I
And
don't
like,
think
I
I'd
wouldn't have
want to
learned the
be,
empathy. I wouldn't have learned how to like, care and love for things the way that I do now, and be
yeah.
such, try to be a nice person.
Yep. Yep.
I'm always going out of my way to fucking.
I like how you rephrase that you like checked yourself. You're like always a nice, I mean, trying to always be a nice person. You're
Well, you know
very,
me, dude. I get wild on some fools.
you get wild on some fools for sure,
Yeah.
dude. But
I'm not
you're,
a small guy.
no, you ain't.
I fucking
But
I keep that thing on me. What's
yeah,
up?
you,
Oh,
oh yeah,
what's up?
I keep that heater on me, son.
Quick one.
That's tough.
Craig. Boom. I learned that one from.
Slammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. What?
Where's my
I feel
crossbow?
like
I got a crossbow around here somewhere.
I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah, you can just buy crossbows.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's
like
such a crazy thing that you can buy. Where I was like,
you don't
wait,
have to have like a
yeah,
permit or like you don't have to go through a waiting period.
yeah.
Holy
You just
shit, dude.
go to Walmart and buy a crossbow for $20.
Holy fuck.
Super affordable death machine. And you're like,
Death.
yeah, you gotta be good with that one shot, or else
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
hold on 1 second, let me reload.
Yeah. How have you done with that? I mean, like, have you
Yeah,
hurt
it's pretty fun.
yourself at all or?
No, I got this little box that I set up in the backyard. I've set it up downstairs sometimes. Don't tell Bob and Mark. Shh, don't tell Bob and Mark. But yeah, no, I've set it up a couple times, and it's fucking, it's just like a foam pad, so it just goes straight in.
Yep.
But it is one of those things where like you could fuck somebody up if you miss.
Oh,
Like if you catch somebody in the jugular or like anywhere around the heart, it might do some damage.
yeah, yeah, I could see that for sure, especially around the jugular, dude. You got some serious artery action going on.
Well,
Up there.
it's a smaller one too. It's not like the big one from fucking Walking Dead that Daryl uses. It's like the one that the Huntress uses in Harley Quinn and Birds of Mac, whatever the name of the movie is. I don't know if you
Cool.
saw it.
I didn't see the second one, but yeah, yeah,
The one about all the chicks who come together and fight fucking bad guys.
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
It's fucking Hollywood and their goddamn let's make women fucking awesome again.
Yeah.
How about just give us a movie where all the characters are awesome and we're not just trying to emphasize how cool chicks are nowadays because they've been fucking getting screwed over for the last however many years.
Yeah.
It's like, can we just get a good movie lately?
Bro, I'm with you, and it's really frustrating because I think for me, and I know for a fact I can testify to this that like I don't want to speak for you, but like we are like pretty good. We're pretty good people, and it's not like I mean
We're not horrible people. We're not running
no,
around fucking robbing people or stealing or raping or
yeah, or like
murdering or like conning people out of money.
exactly.
Like
And
dude, banks in the Federal Reserve, those people are fucking some of the worst people around.
yeah,
Yeah,
for
doing
sure.
high interest fucking loans to people who can't pay that shit off.
Whew.
That's pretty evil, I think.
Yeah, it's super evil, dude. Very greedy.
Investing in the fact that they won't be able to pay it off, knowing that they'll be able to take what's that person's, equity is.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
yeah, real fucked up.
And I think
Yeah.
Tim Dillon used to talk about that a lot. I think he used to do that kind of stuff.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah. And
Crazy.
it's just, yeah, it's a fucked up life.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could sleep at night being like, going after like 70-year-old people who are trying to just live out the rest of their lives and offering them, dangling a little bit of money in front of them, knowing that they're not going to be able to pay it back in order to take what's theirs.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. That's fucked.
Yeah, it's real fucked. I had a buddy who I think it's a mutual friend of yours. I'll tell you off camera, but he
Give the initials.
RL. And it's not the one you're thinking of.
Oh, it's not the Boogsters.
Not the Boogies.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Boogies is a good guy, man. I miss the Boogies.
I miss the Boogies. I haven't seen him forever, but anyway.
We got wifed up, man. It's
Yeah,
fucking. That's what happens.
That's what happens, dude.
That's what happens, man. He got wiped
Yeah.
up. He's gonna have a kid soon.
Oh, I bet. Did he tell you, or did you?
No,
know?
I just know.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a text one of these days. We're gonna get like a group text. It's like,
Yeah.
hey guys, guess what?
Yeah.
Baby time.
Yeah. You don't even
you
have
ruined
to
your
tell
life. Baby
Yeah.
time.
Time for the end of life. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I was gonna say my buddy, he ran, and I don't know if he still runs one of those fucking cash checking places.
hmm
And man, those things,
Those interest rates on those are fucked.
they'll rob you blind.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so depressing. I don't understand how people like that can sleep.
They
at
go
night.
after low income people who they know won't be able to pay it back. It's
Yeah,
just
low
predatory
income.
lending.
Predatory lending, absolutely. Predatory lending to people that are either like desperate junkies or old, that really need the cash. Bottom
People
line.
who don't have a bank account, basically.
Yeah,
That's really what it is.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That seems wrong, but okay, whatever.
I got you. Yeah, you're here now. You're back.
There we go.
Word.
This is going to be the problem with the Zoom mic. Did I tell you Craig was going to come on next Sunday and do a Zoom meeting?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting, man. That's really exciting. He's got some funny stories to tell, no doubt.
Well, I got to fucking practice my professionalism, you know?
Oh, you don't got to practice shit, dude. He loves you for you. Don't forget that, like, you guys have a relationship because he likes you, dude.
That's what's crazy. It's still weird to me to think about because, it's like I found him randomly on YouTube, made a couple of funny comments on his podcast, and then all of a sudden, we're here doing our own podcast because of him.
Yeah.
So,
huge inspiration. And that's just a testament to, like, you never know what's going to happen each and every day. Some mornings I wake up so depressed thinking that it's just like fucking Groundhog's Day. Like, all right, here we go. Another day.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Another day of the same shit over and over again. And that's just really refreshing, man. It's really nice that, get to switch it up and to pursue pursue that passion, man, and to have
just
Craig
the thing
on
that
man.
I've been trying to go after for years, and like, in the back of my mind, scared to admit to the universe, being like, oh, I actually do want that, but I don't want anybody to know that.
Me too. I'm super like shy when it comes to that.
Well, so I don't remember where I heard it, but it was like, dude, if you can't admit it to yourself, then you don't deserve it. If you can't be like, hey, I want to be a comedian. And if you can't put that out into the universe, then you simply don't deserve it.
I like that.
So,
that's fucking heavy. Yeah, man. Speaking of that, dude, I have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do when I get a job again, man. Holy shit.
I'm so fucking terrified about this now.
Yeah.
Especially after putting out these last couple episodes.
Oh, I know, right?
I'm like, I might just be ruining my fucking potential job careers for the rest of my life, but
possibly.
Fuck it, I'm going full in on this podcast thing.
We'll just fucking flip burgers and do podcasts, man. Fuck it.
Hopefully this dispensary thing works out and they pay us out, and we could start something there.
Are you allowed to talk at all about that, or
I mean, it's all hypothetical and up in the air, but I'm gonna put them on blast for being such bitches because they haven't paid us for the last 2 quarterly distributions. So I'm out here talking shit. They're being shady. We are 50-50 partners. They're not letting us see anything as far as financial statements. Yeah, for sure. Which violates federal partnership laws. And
they're making boatloads of cash, dude.
We see what is in the account, what is in our shared account, and it's like close to $500,000, and we're like, hey, where's that money? Why can't we touch that money?
Break us off.
Break us off a little bit.
That's fucking crazy. So you think you're gonna have to hire a lawyer, or
we already did. We put them on retainer and fucking
good. Fuck those people.
A lot of money, but I think that could be why they haven't paid us, because we did get we got a lawyer and he put a stop and seizure clause on like them being able to do anything against us while we're figuring this out.
Okay.
So by them not paying us, they're already violating that thing that we put on them, the stop and seizure thing. So we're building our case pretty well.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, but it's just it takes time, and it's one of those fucking like, you got to go to court. They have a lot of money that they can throw at it. We only have so much.
Sure. Yeah, you don't quite know what you're up against, but I think at the end of the day,
I mean, I
Honestly,
think at the end of the
dude.
day, they're in the wrong. You know, like
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
a
they're in the.
Walmart style dispensary, the
Mhm.
biggest in Colorado. They're trying to be the biggest brand,
Yep.
and they bought up all these little guys who had licenses, and promised them all this fucking money, paid them off as soon as they got their money back, and then threw them to the side.
They're just some fucking fat cats that don't give a shit, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
fuck
Well,
those bastards.
yep, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, dude, within my first 2 months of working with them, like doing the training as a bud tender and manager and shit, before my store was even up and running, I was over at the Edgewater store. And
Okay.
I guess they would send in secret shoppers, and the guys would be like, "Oh, you have a manager? You have an owner's badge? Are you an owner or something?" I would always be like, "Man, it's a complicated story." And they're like, "So you're an owner though?" I'm like, "Yeah, just at like the Adams County store." And they're like, "Cool, can I get the hookup?" And I'd be like, "Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't have that say." Da 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 da. And then one day I got a call from the CEO, this motherfucker named Josh Ginsburg. I'll put you on blast, bitch, because you are a piece of shit.
Josh
Uh,
Ginsburg, you're about to get fucking
you got to get
blasted.
roasted. This fool calls me up, has me come down to his main office at the head grow, which is like way down in like North Denver. Fucking calls me into his office, and he's on one of those treadmill computer things, you know, like the walking computer treadmills.
Yeah.
And he's like, "So, I heard you're telling people you're a boss." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You're running around telling people you're an owner." I was like, "I have said nothing of the sort." He's like, "I sent in fucking secret shoppers. They told me exactly what you said." I was like, "So did you call me in here to big dick me around and try to tell
Yeah.
me, yeah,
Yeah.
is this what you're doing?" He's
Is it a
like, "Yeah."
fucking pissing contest right
Yeah,
now? What
no,
the fuck?
exactly. I was like, "Do you want to whip your dick out on the table now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or should we just call it a day? Because I'm gonna walk out of here." He's like, "If you walk out, you're done here." I'm like, "I don't have to work for you. You have to pay me a fucking
Yeah.
check."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, my apologies for having a red owner's badge. My bad. I'll tell people I'm just a shareholder if you
What,
really
did you
want it
make
that
it
way.
yourself?
Dude,
Did you
what do you
make
mean?
the badge yourself?
No, I got it from the MED.
Yeah,
You have
that's what I'm
there's certain
saying.
levels.
Fuck
So like
that,
there's
dude.
the blue
Yeah.
support badge, which is like the lowest entry badge, the green key badge, which is like a manager badge, and then there's a red badge for all the owners.
Mm.
And that red badge costs $1,500.
Jesus Christ. So you had to pay that even though you won the dispensary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just in order to be an
yeah.
owner. Yeah.
I feel like that gives you the right to call yourself a fucking owner. And you know what's fucked up is the fact that you didn't give him like the homie hookup. He probably you're
Yeah,
like
I just told him to stop by when
treadmill.
the store was open. I was like, "Yeah, come
Yeah,
by, say what up when the store is open. I have no say right now, you know?"
yeah. I bet you he would have like reamed into you even more, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's just a test. And you know I hate fucking mind games, dude. Bosses that want to play mind games with me, dude. I'd rather walk out. You know
Yep.
what I mean? I
Yep.
I
Yep.
can't do it anymore, man.
Well, I ended my relationship with working at Native Roots
Good for you.
when they told me to take off the hat. Like I was wearing a Native Roots hat. I was just having a bad hair day. Fucking put on a Native Roots hat, try to sell the merch because they were really nice grassroots hats with all those fucking the hidden compartments up in there. You know the ones
Oh, that's
where
sick.
you can like stash a little fucking sack up in there.
Oh yeah, a little.
We had a bunch of those sitting on the shelf just collecting dust. And I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna put one of these on and try to sell them, try
Yeah,
to push
dude.
the merchandise." So I would go up to customers and be like, "Hey guys, you like these hats? You think they look better on us as employees or on the shelf collecting dust?" And everybody's like, "Oh, they look much better on the employees. Like, actually, let me buy one." I ended up selling like $1,200 worth of hats that day. But the manager at the time, he was this young buck trying to make a name for himself, and he kept telling me to take the hats off because it was against company policy to wear a hat because it made us look like drug dealers.
Oh yeah, right. Because you're not.
I was like, "Yeah, so what are we selling? We're selling weed, right?
Yeah,
Cool. We can't wear a hat."
yeah.
Right
And
on,
this
guys.
isn't a doctor's office. You know what I
This
mean?
is fucking
Like,
retarded. Yeah. And I was like, "You guys are fucking retarded."
yeah,
So
yeah. Fuck them. Whatever. Yeah, and it's not a doctor's office.
18 to 22 minutes.
What are you cooking? Which one?
A little pizza, a little
Which-
DiGiorno.
It's not delivery.
There's not.
It's DiGiorno. Which one?
That rising crust, baby. You know.
Oh
what's up.
yeah, dude. Oh, I can't wait to. I haven't. That's the one I haven't tried, dude. I love that stuffed crust, man. I'm a fiend for that shit.
I like the stuffed crust too, but it's like almost too much cheese.
Yeah, it can be for sure.
Yeah, they need to come with like an extra like packet of marinara sauce so you can dump the
Yeah,
crust
a little
in.
dip like that.
DiGiorno, get on top of that. Come on.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
Yeah. What
are
are
we
you
doing
doing?
here?
Dude? What are we doing here? DiGiorno.
Dude, so I was trying to figure that out
Yeah.
last night. I had a
Yeah.
very interesting experience without any DMT or anything else. Like I was a very natural high.
Cool.
And God, I want to remember exactly what it was, but fuck, I lost it. Never mind. We'll
My
come back on the
dog's
next one,
getting-
and I'll remember it on the next one. But it was basically like, if we could just come together, figure out how to not.
Sorry, my dog was fucking chewing on some shit.
Hey, no worries. If we could figure out how to not separate things up and like, hoard commodities like natural resources, wealth, things like that, that all really doesn't matter. And if we could just focus on like, okay, we've got these huge populations of areas that are just overpopulated. Can we move them over to these areas that are less populated? Yeah, I know they kind of suck to live in, but let's put a couple like movie theaters and theme parks and water, like make it more interesting and just spread out a little bit instead of being so densely populated and all the coasts and all those places that
all
are
the a desirable areas of the country. Yeah, for sure.
Well, which are forcing, rent prices up and forcing people who have been there for years out of their homes because now there's this new generation of people who think, oh yeah, that sounds like a good cost. Like, since when does fucking $500,000 for like a 2-bedroom apartment sound good?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's just driving up the market. I don't know when, to be honest with you, dude. I have no idea if I'll ever own a house. It's just the rates have become so
all the time.
Oh my God, dude. It's crazy. It's scary. But I think that just goes back to the one day at a time thing, man, and just really how important it is to, like me and you were talking about, like just follow passions, man. And sometimes I don't even know what they are. I know I really enjoy this. I know most of the time I like making music, but I've been doing it for so long and I haven't gotten much traction at all. And I know I'm not the best beat maker. It takes so long. But and it's
so
a
my
hobby.
mom sent me a really cool text the other day. She was like, don't worry about how long it takes to break. Some people don't make it till they're fucking, whatever age. And she showed me a list, and on it was Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
He didn't even get famous till he was 52.
Really?
And now look at him. We're like, fucking the voice of God didn't get famous until he was 52. Like, what? That didn't make sense. So I was like, we've got plenty of time. We're putting in our dues right now, and fucking, we're gonna progress. We gotta crawl before we can walk, and once we're walking, we're gonna start running.
Fucking fucking AI. I don't even what were we talking about?
Not making it until later on in life. Morgan Freeman.
Man,
I love
so
like,
I love
we got
that quote
time.
that your mom said, dude, and it's so true. I feel like when I was in my 20s, man, it was like a race,
Well, yeah, because we wanted to be like, we didn't know what we wanted. We wanted to be
Yeah.
famous. We wanted to fucking get all this recognition. You want to be
Yeah.
the man.
Money,
Yep.
for sure.
And then you
all
kind of
of
go
it.
through that shit and you get to your 30s and you're like, oh fuck, I haven't done anything with my life.
Yeah,
Now all those things that I used to do in my 20s that were cool, like going to work drunk,
yeah,
now that's a problem. Right?
yeah, for sure. I know it's not a good look anymore. I remember when I used to work at this god awful fucking dry cleaner, and it only lasted for like 3 months, and it just so happened that I was the only person in the store from like 4 to 8 or 9 p.m.
PM.
And so and I would, there was a liquor store next door, and I would just go in and just get shit faced every day, dude.
Yep.
I think
that was basically my liquor store experience as well, because they were like, you can have 4 shooters a day.
Yeah.
I was like, party on, Wayne.
Wait, what do you mean you can have 4 shooters a day? Like that was your
So like the owners of the liquor store were friends of Bob and Mark's.
Oh shit. So
yeah,
they put a lid on you.
2 different gay couples, so 4 gay men total, trying to run this liquor store, which they were trying to like turn it into a dance. They wanted it to be a fucking like a bar,
Sure.
But it was a liquor store, and it was in the more impoverished side of Colfax.
Gotcha.
And right next door to it was like the nice liquor store where you can go get like all sorts of different assortment of wines and just greater selection. We sold like $1 double shots and fucking 40s. Those were our big sellers.
Yeah, I bet.
So like that's our customer base.
Yeah.
And they're trying to turn it into this like fucking gay dance hall with fucking glitter and everything around, and
like I'm not sure.
It just didn't work well.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what East Colfax is ready for quite yet.
No, they needed to cater more to like the hood.
Basically. Yeah, the hood. Yeah, hood shit.
And so when I was in there, I would always play fucking hip hop and like,
cool.
I would make it more acquirable because
Of a
then they come up to me, buying their liquor, and they'd be like, "You smell like weed, man. What's up?" I'm like, "Yeah, you want to buy some weed?" They're like, "Oh, I can get weed here too." I'm like, "Yeah, meet me out back."
hell yeah, that's dope, dude.
So it was a lot of fun doing that kind of shit, but then it got sketchy because I was like, "What am I doing?
Yeah,
This is sketchy." Like,
dude, you get to that point. I feel like it didn't quite happen when I was 30, but like pushing 32 and 33, it's just been like, yo, dude, there's some things you really need to change.
Yeah. like,
And
do
one of
we do
those
we
is
really want to be 30 years old pushing fucking this, like 20 bags and things like
yeah,
that? Yeah, it's just-
yeah. I mean,
yeah. Hold on one second. Here, give me 2 seconds, all right?
yeah, no worries, man. Hope
Ooh,
everybody's
I'm back,
doing
baby.
well. And Hunter is back with no pizza. It's probably still cooling off.
It's cool enough. I'm not bringing pizza around all this fucking technology. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's a dumb idea.
I
And
fucking
also
know myself too well.
trying to eat like actual food and do a podcast. It's one thing to like munch on chips and like a
Chips are some of
podcast.
the worst. Just,
Oh, probably. Yeah.
yeah, eating anything on the podcast is pretty
That's
bad.
not a good idea. Chewing gum. Yeah. All
I
right.
think I even noticed when we were
if I can do this. There we
swigging
go.
our glasses on the first cast, and we would cheers.
Oh,
the
I
ice.
know. I kept hearing the ice,
You
dude.
hear the ice. I was like, we got to change that up. But
Yeah, for sure. Next time we'll make sure not to. Yeah, we'll figure that out. But
it's a
whatever.
learning experience. Plus, we were in a garage, so like the echo was weird.
Yeah,
Down
there
in
was
this basement, everything's a little bit more padded and fucking appropriate for what we're trying to do. So
Yeah, totally. Did you put up any kind of like sound?
Over there in the corner, I did where I want to do everything, but I still got to move all that grow equipment.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Did you not ever get that off on for anybody? Did
I had
nobody
a
want
couple
that?
people be like, "I want it." I'm like, "Well,
Yeah.
come get it. It's yours. It's free. Come get it. If you can come to my house with a truck, come get it. It's free."
Yo, what a good idea. Like, what a-
4,000 watt HPS lights,
damn.
2 magnetic balances, 2 digital balances, 2 4x4 flood tables, and a 75-gallon reservoir, plus a CO2 tank with the nozzle on it, so you can control the fucking distribution of CO2. All sorts of nutrients, all sorts of plugs and pumps and doodads that make your shit grow awesome. So please, if anybody wants it, just fucking hit me up.
Holla.
Leave a message in the comment, DM me.
Yeah.
Fucking come get it.
That's some quality equipment, dude. People are
It
missing
was,
out.
dude. I was growing 12 pounds off of fucking 6 plants.
That's fucking dope, dude. That's
Yeah.
that's insane. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried it to grow once, and it was so much fun, man. It's so much fun. I just don't have the
Really fun
space
to watch
do
it grow. You see
Yeah.
those first like 2 leaves pop, and you're like, oh shit, it's growing. And then you see
Something's
like
happening.
the ones that like actually start to look like fucking weed leaves. You're like,
Mhm.
oh fuck. And then you get the actual 5 leaf, and you're like, fuck yes, this is happening.
Yeah.
Problem is, like when I first started growing, I just did it in my house. I didn't know about the whole 12-12 light cycle when you're vegging, and then 18 and 6, or no, 18 and 6 when you're vegging,
Oh yeah.
12-12 when you're flowering.
Okay.
So I was just like leaving it in the windowsill, letting it get fucking
Like natural light.
sun. Yeah. So it just grew to be like this nice little shrub,
Fuck
but
yeah,
never
dude.
got any fucking buds off of it. And I was like, what's going on? And then I
What?
ended up buying some books and reading and doing some research. I was like, oh, you guys are photosensitive. I gotcha.
Yeah, totally.
That's why you fucking harvest in the October when the light is low.
It confuses me how they're able to do that out in like the Golden Triangle, because like most of all that shit's outdoor, it seems like.
Yeah, but they got a good just light cycle out there.
Mhm.
So like they'll veg for the summer, and then they'll hire all these like immigrants who come in to like the Golden Triangle or Emerald Triangle.
Emerald,
who come up there just to fucking trim.
Golden.
Because right around September, October is right when everything starts getting ready to fucking flower.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, as soon as this is ready, we need all you guys to chop all this shit down for the next couple of weeks.
For
And
sure.
having, even doing 12 pounds of plants by myself, that shit took like 2 weeks. So I can't imagine having more than like hundreds of pounds and how long that would fucking take, and like just the monotonous like
Oh god.
trimming and
Not to mention the paranoia, because then all of a sudden you got to be really.
you got like you got
discreet.
helicopters helicopters, and then bears because they're in the wilderness. Like I was watching a documentary, they said bears are their biggest concern. They're like, we're not concerned
Really?
about they're like, we're not concerned about cartel or DEA because we're all legal.
Yeah.
It's the fucking bears that come in here and attack our shit.
What?
I'm like, what? Yeah.
That's the
You got-
first time I've ever heard that. Sorry, bad lighting situation for a
Hey,
second.
no worries.
Yeah, I can imagine that they probably get pretty stoned after they eat all that.
I just heard a story about a bear who fucking he like got into 3 kilos of cocaine.
What?
Yeah, I think it was in like Eastern Russia or something like that, and like they were making a dead drop, and like this bear found the package and like fucking got into it and just rah, and just raged into town.
Savage.
Just a coked out bear. Just
What a-
let's do this. Where's the honey at?
Yeah, dude, I'm sure that beer fucking killed a lot of things.
Where's that park ranger at? I owe him for Yogi Bear.
Extremely aggressive. Yeah, dude. Where's fucking who's the forest fire guy?
Smokey.
Smokey. Where the fuck is Smokey? I got words. I got words with
I
Smokey.
got a bone to pick with that fucker. He's been making us look bad forever. We're not nice. So, dude, bears are scary. Have you ever run into a bear when you're on acid in the woods?
No, not particularly. No, tell me about that.
Dude, we ran into it wasn't a bear, it was a mountain lion, but
Oh,
we were still
shit.
high on acid and it was like 2:30 in the morning. And yeah, this is the first time I've ever felt like the fear of like, oh, I could die right now.
Yeah.
Like
Was he like stalking you?
yes,
Or?
there was
Oh,
5
God.
of us, and I had busted my ankle earlier that day riding my skateboard, so I was
Yeah.
like limping in the back of the group of the pack, so I was like the weak one. And I was just like, hey guys, can I just be in the middle of the group, please? Like I'm really feeling vulnerable right now.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah,
like, dude, you've
rightfully
seen way
so.
too many scary movies. Like you're fine. We're tripping. Look at the stars. Fucking relax. And I was like, all right. And then we hear a crunch in like the background, like a twig snapping.
Yeah.
And we all looked up and shined our fucking our phones, and you could just see the pair of eyes staring at us through the fucking bushes. And we were like, "Whoa, fuck!" Like we didn't know if it was a wolf but dude,
It was
mountain
a
lion for sure.
predator.
It was a predator looking at us like food.
Yeah.
So we all linked up like fucking Voltron, like arms to arms, back to back to back, and all started
Started
yelling and
screaming,
screaming and
yeah.
making as loud as noise possible,
Ooh,
and made our way back to home.
thank God.
But yeah, that was the first time that you'd ever seen the face of death on like all of your friends, where we all looked at each other like, oh fuck, we might die.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and being on acid, it was like,
And being on acid. Whoa. Dude.
yeah, it was a whole different experience, dude.
How was
And
the
then we
rest
went-
of that trip? I mean, did that kind of?
It was actually pretty good. We made it back to my house, and then we watched Pan's Labyrinth, which
Mm.
really fucked us up because I don't know, we went into
That's a
that thinking it was going to be a fantasy movie about like fairies and elves and shit, and then there's this whole like World War II shit where like people are getting shot in the face and like, dude, yeah.
All I
there's that whole
remember is that crazy weird monster with the eyes in his hand.
the fucking eye. That's like why I wanted to watch the movie, because I knew
Yeah.
there was going to be that type of fantastical shit.
Sure.
But then there was this like realism of like, Nazis and this girl who was being held captive, and
Oh,
she
God.
was and I was like, what
On
the fuck is
acid. That's just too
yeah,
much.
and we were reading subtitles too. So like when you're reading subtitles and you're on acid and watching a movie, you really start to think that you can speak that language.
Huh.
You're like, yeah, I understand what they said there. And you're like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's because it's in English on the words there.
Because it's just right there on the thing. I know,
Oh, damn.
No.
Oops.
I love
Oh,
it when
my
you're
bad.
on like mushrooms or acid and you're like watching something or you're out in nature doing something and you I love the way that like you'll interpret things,
Yep.
right? And like you'll
Well, that's what I love.
Yeah.
That's what I love about listening to music on mushrooms or acid or
Yeah.
DMT,
Oh,
because you can hear a song, you've heard it millions of times before, but then you hear it at that certain moment.
changes your
and
life, dude.
It really like it influences the way you've been thinking, and it's like
Yep.
you interpreted it way differently that time. Where you're like,
Absolutely.
oh wait, what he just said is what I'm actually going through now. It makes so much more sense now that it's got like this realism.
I love
And
it.
so yeah, that's what I was going to get to about last night, about my weird little experience,
Cool.
because I was just sitting there looking at my my star projector. It's like this galaxy laser star projector, but
Oh, I want one of those.
it's one of the coolest $50 I've ever spent, and it's like the
Okay.
closest thing you can get to seeing visuals without having to take any drugs.
Sure.
Just like the way they did the lights, I was like, damn, this is really cool. And the songs that kept playing were all making so much sense, and like,
Nice.
it just put me into that mode where I was like, oh, this seems like a good night to go out on, like
Yeah.
good night to end everything.
Yeah.
Let's sober it up. Tomorrow we're gonna fucking change it up.
Good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
you
did have a
sounded a
couple
lot-
shots, but
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Progress, man. Progress. fuck, I mean, I've been doing like outpatient. And have you ever done outpatient?
I've done the outpatient.
Yeah.
That shit. It was wild.
It's wild. And I don't, I mean, some of it you got to take with a grain of salt, but like, I think, because I've been honest about my relapses and shit
Yep.
with them. And I only had one since I joined,
Right.
but it was that one when you picked me up from the hospital or whatever.
Yep.
And like, man, they were just so supportive. And like, I think,
Well, because they get it, it's like it's going to
Exactly.
happen, but
yes.
you can't get mad at someone for fucking having a disease.
Yeah.
All you can do is try to help them get better.
Exactly.
You can't get better for them, but you can offer out a hand and be like, here, man, I'll give you a support.
That's
Here's a lifeline. Fucking grab onto it if you want.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like those couple, well, I think it was only like a day that I didn't hear from you. Like I was just like,
no, it's probably all twacked out.
Yeah, no, I was just like, I had an idea. Yeah. And I was just like, man, I hope he's okay. But I've been there, dude. I know a lot of, you got a strong, you've got the
There was one day where I just didn't go to
constitution.
sleep, where I was like up the whole night doing certain things. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking roll through the next day so I can fall asleep at a good time.
Yeah, that was yesterday, right?
That was 2 days ago.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So like,
did you get good sleep?
Last night was the first night I got to sleep before 3:00, which was, it was good.
Kind of refreshing, probably
kind of refreshing, but I woke up with like the sweats and fucking
like 6 a.m, started puking.
Yeah, I started puking and having the fucking
everywhere.
Discomfort. Yeah,
Oh,
it's never fun, but
it's never fun.
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the stuff that was coming out of me at one point was like super black and like dark shit, and I was like, "Oh, that's poison right there. There's the evil that's coming out. I'm purging right now.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Purging, dude.
Purging, man.
That's man, the body is a phenomenal thing, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy
cool.
in so many ways how it can adapt so fast in a good way and a bad way. Like I don't know if I'm sure you've noticed this, like when you take brief or periods of time when you're not drinking, and then like the first night you do drink again, you're like, this is pretty cool, whatever. And then you wake up and like you get a shitty kind of night's sleep and you can really notice the difference. But then if you kind of keep it going, dude, your body adjusts so fast. And before you know it, it's like the thing you look forward to after work. And
it becomes the overwhelming
it's not just a couple beers, it's a couple glasses of fucking vodka or whiskey or whatever, and then it spirals from there sometimes, man. It's
Are you there? You froze up on me. Can you see me?
Yeah.
I
can see you.
Back.
Did you hear me?
I heard you. Cool. You're just kind of frozen up.
Yeah, for sure. No worries. Yeah, man. So I feel for you, but you seem well. That's awesome. I know it's just a process, man. And don't beat yourself up. That's the biggest thing that I do, dude. Fuck, I beat the shit out of myself, man.
Well, because you get depressed. You're like, fuck, what am I doing?
There's that. And then I don't know if you ever get this, dude, but I've been struggling so much for the last couple of years, man, of just like, even when I'm not on, any kind of substances, dude, I just get this like feeling of like ever impending doom that's like looming over my head, man. And sometimes I think that's the reason why I do use, because I'm just like, I can't fucking take this feeling.
Pretty sure that's just called the human condition. I think we all have that thought of like, oh, this does end at some point. Yeah. Am I making the most of it? Am I doing what I should be doing?
It's a great point.
Most of us aren't.
No.
And we get stuck in these fucking jobs that we're like, well, at least it's paying the bills, and I have a place to stay. I own a house, or am able to get by society's standards. But internally, they're just like bored.
Yeah, bored.
Like,
complacent.
Looking for anything that'll fucking spice up their life. That's why there's so many fucking infidelities and like cheatings. And
I was gonna say that too.
People just get like tired of that fucking monotony of like the same thing every day.
Yep.
That's why I'm totally against monogamous relationships. Like I would like to have someone who's the bottom bitch basically.
Right.
But we could be able to go out and fucking have a little fun here and there. And not be like, oh, you cheated on me. How dare you? I thought we were in this together. It's like, no, did you have fun? Did you take pictures? Can I see?
Yeah.
Next time, invite me, you fuckface.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That kind of shit.
I completely understand. Yeah, I'm with you. I feel still even, man. I think it's been years since I've like actually, you know, I have a huge fear around commitment, man. Huge
It's
fear around commitment.
it's that abandonment thing, dude. Because like
Yeah,
once you
dude.
commit to it and then it goes away, it really fucks you up.
It really
Like,
fucks you up, dude. I mean, that was kind of what triggered my last relapse, not to be like not to use her as a scapegoat or, you know,
right,
anything
right.
like that, but yeah, man, just you get to the spot where it's just like, yeah, and especially when you're putting all of your like faith in that person, it's almost like you're making them your like god or
Yeah.
higher
Putting him up
power,
on that
whatever
higher pedestal, you're
pedestal.
just like,
Yeah,
yep, yep. And then when you don't get that love from them, you feel fucking,
like a piece of shit.
yep, that lack of serotonin and
Yes,
with neuroepinephrine.
and then you feel like getting it elsewhere.
You go get it. You search
Yeah,
for
and
it
then
wherever you can. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, you want to hear something really funny, dude?
Yes.
I fucking think I accidentally went out on my first date with a dude the other night.
Yes. Tell me, tell me this.
It was really funny, man. So in this dude in my outpatient, he's like a chemist,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, yeah, dude, yeah, you know, whatever. We were connecting, and then he's like, yo, you want to kick it tonight? And I was like, yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. And I never go out, whatever. He's like, cool, I'll come pick you up. Let's kick it. And I'm expecting like go get a cup of coffee. Let's like go for a little ride, whatever, dude. Like go walk around somewhere. But like it was like, hey man, you want to go get a pizza real quick?
That's
I
something to
was
do.
like, yeah, you know, totally. And then I was like, yeah,
That's something to do. It's
no,
not
absolutely. And
too,
then I was like,
yeah.
no, and I was like, yeah, no, definitely. We went and got pizza, got some soda, and then we get to the house, and it's like, hey, you want to put on a movie?
Shit.
Oh, and I got
Uh,
scared. I got kind of freaked out. I mean, like, I was just like,
I could see where that would start to feel a little bit date like. I've always worried about that doing with like my friends and shit.
yeah,
After I came out, worried about them
I
thinking
bet.
that I was like trying to come on to them or something like
Hit
that.
on him.
Cause like me and Max, we used to go fucking see movies all the time. Like he was my homeboy that I would like go see movies with.
Yeah,
And after I came out, he was not so down with going to see movies with just me anymore.
that's a
It had to be
bummer,
like kind
dude.
of a group kind of thing where I was like,
Yeah,
dude, come on now.
you know what's weird though is like, I know like it's a people pleasing thing where like I almost it's like it's just a weird thing where like I didn't want him to not think that I wasn't interested because I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but like
But at the same time, you're like, yep,
that's I'm
that's not me.
straight.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
sorry
I'm like
about it. Yeah,
I'm not, yeah, I'm
yeah.
straight, and
It's like sorry
yeah,
about I'm straight, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
definitely love the compliment, you know, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
no, it was hilarious. I got home and I was like, holy shit, dude, I think I might have just gone on like a casual date with a dude, and just like started laughing my ass off. It was
I
fun, dude.
mean,
He's a
it
good
could have just
dude.
been a sober fucking kicking it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's another thing that it could have been. It's just like, what
Probably
else do
what
you
it
do?
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
probably
likely.
what it was. Yeah,
You
for
were just in your
sure.
own head about things. You're like,
I was.
this feels date like.
Yeah, and the fact
Like if
that I
he
didn't
puts
really
his
even
hand on
know
my
him.
knee, I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
exactly. I know exactly. I was already thinking about like, yeah, ways, and then I feel like shit about that because I don't want people to think that I'm like homophobic or anything like that. You know, I
No, but
just
it's
like
just yeah, you don't if you don't want that, you don't want that. It's like
exactly.
a unattractive girl coming after you.
Yeah, for
Same
sure.
thing where you're just like, I don't want to be mean, but you're not what I'm looking for.
When
Sorry.
you're the like really one of the only guys I've ever met that like if you hadn't told me like I would have never known, dude.
Oh
Like
yeah.
you're such a dude.
The straightest gay dude you'll ever meet is what I've been called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, you're such a homie, man. I've never felt like insecure around you or any of that, man. Fuck that, dude.
Well, so trust me, that was a weird part of like coming into my own in the
Oh
gay
yeah,
world was
dude, I
because
bet.
there were, I was looking for other guys like me
Yeah,
who was like the homie who gets it, who likes hip hop, who fucking is down to fucking do a little drugs every now and then,
yeah,
fucking have, just party time.
yeah,
And all I was meeting was the stereotypical gay dudes who were
yeah,
so flamboyant and oh my gosh.
yeah,
And then,
yeah. Let's
it's
go get
like, dude, I'm not
martinis and yeah, for
yeah, I'm
sure.
not into that. And
Yeah,
it's, that's why I was more attracted to the bear scene,
that
which is
makes
like the
sense.
bigger, hairier guys,
Sure.
mostly time older, but they're not flamboyant. They're fucking more masculine and like, some of the more badass gays.
Fuck
you know,
yeah,
like,
dude.
yeah. Some of the ones where
Again,
you're like, oh
some-
shit, you guys are
like,
hardcore.
He
Like,
could
fuck.
fuck me up. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, totally, man. I could see
Dude,
that for sure.
we got kicked out of Travis got kicked out of the Wrangler one time for smoking a vape pen.
Really?
Yeah. And I got choked out by the bartender because I snatched it out of his fucking hand. So we're smoking, we're like on the dance floor, and Travis pulls out the vape pen, we're smoking it, and fucking I was like, keep it down, be chill
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And other people come up and they're like, hey, can I hit that? And I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
They start hitting it, and then the bouncer comes up and he's just pretending to be a random dude, and he's like, hey, can I hit that? And he grabs it and then fucking takes it, and he's like, all right, you guys are out of here. And Travis is all bummed because he's like, oh, that's my favorite vape pen, dude, give it back, please. And the guy's like, no way, get out of here, blah blah blah. So he pushes us out the door, and I turn around to try to settle the situation. I'm like, hey, listen, man, this is all a misunderstanding. That's just a nicotine vape pen. Like, can he just get it back? And the guy's like, that's not a nicotine vape pen. I was like, yeah, it is. Look at it. And so he like pulled it out of his pocket. And as he did it, I just fucking snatched it out of his hand.
You did?
Like Mr. Miyagi in that Fly, dude. I was just like, Chah! Grabbed it and gave it to Travis. And the dude grabbed me up
Oh no.
and like tried to pull me back into the bar. And I was like, Travis, run.
Travis, run,
And fucking,
What a
as soon
good
as he,
friend.
as soon as he got out of there, the bouncer was just like, all right, buddy, you're out of here too. Go. I was like, all right, sorry.
Yeah,
and
I'm
just-
never coming back here again. You
Oh,
fuck
like I went back the next night. Dude.
Did
They
you?
fucking love me
Nice.
there. Yeah.
That's
It's like the
awesome.
Wrangler was awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
But they
I
were
can't
just-
believe that.
They were just upset about the situation because he got tricked. He was mad that I fucking Mr. Miyagi'd him.
Of
You know,
course.
it's like,
You completely Mr. Miyagi'd him, dude. That's fucking stealth. It's a
yeah.
stealth movement, dude.
Well, and that was one of the times when Travis was like, that's my boy. Did
Yeah.
y'all see that? That's my boy.
Oh, I miss Travis, dude. He was such a crazy bastard.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah, I still got his fucking little picture over here right behind all of my other shit.
awesome, man. Yeah, I don't know. I could never really tell if he liked me because he was such an aggressive dude.
He was dude. I had trouble just tripping around him because he was always like that aggressive mentality where I'm like, do you want to fight me right now?
Yeah.
Or are we friends? Like, what the fuck is up?
Yeah, exactly.
but
Yeah.
He was actually when I came out, he was one of the cooler dudes about it and was like more accepting and willing to come over and just kick it, me and him. And he wasn't worried about being called gay or anything like that. Like,
God, dude, that must be so hard, man. Like coming out, and I'm sure that there's like a multitude of things that are hard about it, but I'm sure that's one huge thing, man. Like thinking about how
it was a little bit difficult, back
Sure.
then, like 2006, 8, right around then was when I was like coming to terms with it, and then I think I officially came out in 2010.
Okay.
So, and like rumors had been spreading because I had told like a couple people here and there, like, hey man, this is what I'm dealing with. Please don't tell anybody till I'm ready to fully come out to everybody. And obviously, people can't keep secrets. So
Of course, yeah.
It is what it is. But nobody really had a problem with it. They were just like, oh, whoa, that's fucking crazy. I would have never have thought that.
I got yours from last night though, dude. But I'm still waiting on that million. Just joking. Yeah. No, see, yeah, that's the bullshit. I guess the one thing that I've realized throughout like a lot of my life is that like, I think I'm way too trusting. And I've become less trusting over, time because of just, getting
The amount of
fucked
times you've been
over.
burned. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
burned. Yeah, exactly. And people just like fucking tell my shit to the wrong people or to anybody. And I'm like, yo, it's just so offensive, man. And
there's no need to do that. You just fucking plus it's you don't need to put anybody else's business out there.
No.
Unless you're getting like the real facts straight from the source.
Exactly.
There's no reason to do that.
Yeah, no, there's no reason to do that. Yeah, I think that you're good. Bong time. Bong time. It's been a long time since the bong time. I like your room, dude. It's chill.
Thank you. Yeah, I had set it up for the cast because I was like, I want a lot of cool, crazy, fucking trippy shit on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I realized I
I
have this other space that's like a perfect fucking square that's all matted out and soundproof and
with
not
the
soundproof,
foam.
but just like it's got the
foam
foam
stuff,
on the floor, and then it's got the foam on the sides and shit. And I think we could put a couple plants in the two backgrounds with some uplights that'll give a little backlighting, and then we can two lights up top, and I can hang them instead of having them on tripods.
Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah.
And then we'll put the same kind of desk that you had in the garage. We'll get like one
Yeah.
of those or like a
Sure.
little small one from IKEA
Sure.
that we can
yeah,
connect the microphones to.
Definitely.
And
Yeah,
then
that's the big thing, is connecting to the microphones to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, because those bitches are expensive, and if it were, oh god, would not be fun. But yeah,
well, I could invest in like the handheld ones that like sit on the table.
yeah.
But I feel like those you have to either grab and you're constantly like moving and pulling away,
And
or
the sound, you can hear it on the for sure. The one thing I was really insecure the first podcast we did, because I kept thinking that every time that I'd move the mic that you'd be able to hear it. And
just like that.
yeah, exactly. But I couldn't though. I mean, and I think I was moving it pretty gently, but yeah, that shit's baller, dude.
Definitely worth it. It was a nice little setup, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I used the stimulus package that we got for the COVID shit.
Good.
Spent about $1,200, and now we're doing this.
Fuck yeah. Great investment, man. That's awesome. Just got to keep.
And I still think we're gonna get another set of mics, like maybe 1 or 2 more, just so we can have multiple people on.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I love it. That's great. Yeah. Anyways,
yep. I think I'm gonna go eat that pizza.
Yeah, dude, eat the pizza, man. We'll call it short.
Yeah, we've been talking for a good fucking 45 minutes, I think.
That's awesome, man.
And this is the
Hunter,
practice
dude,
Zoomcast.
I just love how I can talk to you for so long, buddy.
Well, I like the fact that we can riff and actually talk. Like, dude, talking to no one sucks. Let me tell you.
Dude, I'm so sorry, but repeat what you just said, because you froze.
No.
I know.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's so much fun, so much better talking to someone instead of someone who's nodded off or trying to talk strictly to the camera.
Yeah.
And just be funny in front of a camera.
Yeah.
It makes a whole difference.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't only imagine how Theo does it, dude. It's crazy.
Well, Theo and Crystalia and all them who just they ramble on by themselves. They just hit record and they're like, all right, this is what's up. And I'm like,
they've got
I need the back and forth. I need to know like, oh, was that funny or not?
Yeah.
In my mind it was, but it might not have been.
Exactly.
If I don't get a reaction, then I know it's not.
Yeah. And it's obviously you can't get a reaction on your own, but
yep.
Don't let your pizza cool off, man.
All right, buddy.
I love you, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Love you too, buddy.
All right.
What? This was
three. Trace, hey, I'm gonna text you later about that thing.
Shoot a couple lumps of friendship across the butt cheeks.
That's literally the worst.